Three. Welcome into the Bears Brothers podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, you got that Wayne's World reference. Over to my side is my old fart of a brother, Rick, and I'm the many concussed idiot younger brother. And we're here to go over the one and only Rick. Do it.
Bears. He farted in
The
the microphone.
there you go. DaBears. Rick, it's been a while since you and I have been together, ever since before the last preseason game. So we have a lot to actually review and to go over, and then we can go ahead and preview the week one matchup between the Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. I still can't believe that we have to wait all the way until tomorrow night. Usually I'm super, super excited about this, ready to go, but it's kind of like a letdown for me. How about you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I like those noon games where you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, you're getting ready, and boom, the game's on, and then you're done with it at the end of the 3 hours, and you have the rest of the day to yourself. Now we got to go to work tomorrow, work all the way through work, and then start again. Blah.
Yeah, when I used to be a bartender, I used to think that week one of NFL football was like Christmas because everybody showed up, everybody was in a great mood, they were all ready to watch their own team, and we had like 22 TVs, so we can play every single one of them. And now it's just I'm not a bartender, but I still kind of get that like little bit of energy going for week one. But I mean, we got a couple good matchups this week between the Packers and the Lions. My son's favorite team, the Dolphins, they're playing the Colts. You got the Ravens and Bills later on tonight. So that should be a couple like really good, exciting games.
Yeah, they should be. I'm going to watch some of the beginning games. I have a show I have to go to this evening that a friend is performing in, so I'm going to miss some of that. But yeah, I'm going to watch as much as I can.
What show?
It is a new musical that the two of them wrote together about two witches who are trying to come up with a spell to save the world. It's supposed to be a campy, fun musical. I don't know much else about it.
Awesome. Where's that located? Is that downtown or?
No, it's part of a bigger theater festival that's happening this weekend called the Rhinoceros Fest. So it's all like avant-garde theater and one-act shows and one-person shows. And I think theirs, as a two-person show, is one of the biggest ones in the whole festival. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot of my coworkers are going, so we're going to have a good time.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Anyway, Rick, we have a lot to go over. Again, it's been a while since you and I have been together. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spit out a bunch of things that happened over the past week and a half. And, Rick, I need your rapid reaction. Nice alliteration there, right?
Okay, I will respond quickly.
Sounds good. You can respond with more than 2 words, though. It's okay. Okay, number one, your guy, WVU hat, Tyson Bagent, obviously did not go to WVU, but he's from West Virginia. He signs a 2-year, $10 million contract extension. Rick, how do you like having Tyson Bagent as your backup quarterback, and how excited are you for the guy from West Virginia?
Well, I'll start by saying I'm very excited for the guy from West Virginia, especially someone coming out of a lower, lower tier school. All that hard work really paid off. And I'm also excited to have that solidified, right? I mean, every time you can have a person in the camps, that position solidified. Quarterback's good. We have a starter, we have a backup. That's all we really need. I mean, having that third guy as a safety net, and that's great, especially someone like Case Keenum, who's a veteran. But I like having him there. I mean, he came in and did the job. He went 2-2 as a starter. That's all you ask for in a backup quarterback. There are only 32 guys who are starting. That means there are another 32 who are backups. That means that those backups usually are not as good as the 32s who are starting. So if you've got a guy that's one of the better backups in the league, then you've solidified that position. You're giving yourself a safety net. And I think having a safety net and a guy that we can all agree is a good, upstanding guy and fun to watch, I mean, that's even a bigger bonus.
Yeah, there's a couple of position groups that we feel really, really good about. Number one is the quarterback position. Number two, the wide receiver position. With Jalen Johnson hopefully coming back this game, we feel pretty good about that. What is the biggest weakness that the Bears have right now that is going to cause trouble, especially in the NFC North?
I'm worried about running back. I think we're only carrying 2 or 3. And I mean, Swift is a great starter, but past that, I'm a little bit worried that if we get into a battle in the trenches, that we don't have the breakout guy that can scare you. We don't have a guy that makes you have to sit your linebackers back or have your safeties looking out for. And we're an injury away from really having nobody. So that one I'm a little concerned about.
Especially since Ben Johnson really likes to run the ball, although he's been known as like a quarter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
It likes to do with multiple people too.
Exactly. Yeah, they had the Sonic and Knuckles over in Detroit. It's always fun to have like a nice little nickname. All right, so Jade Walker, that was a big story in the preseason. Number 20 out of Texas A&M, he gets a spot on the roster. Rick, I actually want to ask: can we, at some point in time, see Rick do the slick back end zone dance? You think you can pull it off?
This is about as best you're going to get with that one. Slick back.
Nice. Yes.
I can moonwalk though, so we will see the moonwalk. You know what? I can just do it right now.
In case you are, yeah, that was great. In case you're just listening to this podcast, you should really watch the stream on YouTube later. Rick did his own like pun impression of the slick back and moonwalk. That was good, Rick. You're always good for that. So I have another.
Did you watch any of the Hard Knocks with the Bills?
I did not. Not a single minute.
I watched the episode where they were scrimmaging against the Bears, and they had a moment where they were running some special teams drills. And the Bears are running their gunner on the side and the Bills had their two defensive backs trying to stop that gunner from getting to the returner. And the first person they played against was Wright, that corner that also got burned on every play against the Chiefs. And he got manhandled by those two, just crushed. And one of the defensive linemen they're focusing on in the show was hooting and hollering, and oh man, what a great play. And then the next time they had it, it was Walker. And he got ran out of bounds, and he ran back in and popped that defensive back, knocked him on his ass, and a whole fight started. And everyone running around trying to see what's going to happen with this fight. And I was like, man, I know he's made some big plays catching the ball on offense, but if he's going to play that way in special teams, that's how we made this team.
Yeah, and I think that the last play, like after he caught the touchdown from Tyson Bagent, he's the one who actually made the tackle on the last kickoff. So it was really, really cool to see him going like, I'm going to put an all-out effort no matter what.
Yeah.
ESPN always writes a bunch of articles. They wrote down a prediction for the top 100 players in the NFL this year. The Chicago Bears have two, one on offense and then one on defense. Can you name either one of them?
Yeah, I thought you were asking me to look this up, so I went ahead and looked it up. So I can't name both of them, but I would have said Johnson if you'd said there was a defensive one. There's no way I wasn't going to guess Jalen Johnson on our side. That's by far our best defensive player. The offensive player surprised by my guess before I looked it up was DJ Moore. But that was
okay.
It was Tooney. It's been a long time since we've had a Bears offensive line be ranked in anything other than who sucks the most at offensive line.
Yeah, who can be the most effective turnstile outside of the game? Go on through. Yeah, see that guy right there? Yeah, go ahead and get him.
Yeah. You did it.
Yeah, good job. Way to go. You can come back. Hey, you want to do it again next play? He's right there. Yeah. Pretty easy to spot. It's number 18. Also, speaking of other articles, there was actually a hit piece. I don't know if you read this at all on Caleb Williams. There was like a story about how he's uncoachable and everything else. And there's just so much hate for the number one pick. And I get it. He's the number one guy. But do you think that all the criticism on Caleb Williams, especially since he had a really good rookie year, do you think that's fair? Why do you think that there's so much hate towards the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, especially from outside of Chicago?
Well, it's funny to call him uncoachable when that's the exact word I would use to describe Matt Eberflus as a head coach. He's uncoachable. He doesn't know how to coach. So, I mean, that right there, I think, makes it difficult to determine whether or not Caleb Williams is coachable, because you'd have to have a coach coaching him in order to make that determination. So I think time will tell. I mean, I get the feeling from him and the way that he speaks that he wants to be better, that he wants to learn, that he's not sitting there going, I got this, I'll figure it out. Let people just leave me alone. I'll be able to do my thing. He's not saying that at all. So he's saying the right things. Now, whether or not those turns into the right actions or not, to be determined. But he's working with a new coach. We have one of those now. So it'll be nice to see if he's coachable when he has a coach.
Yeah, by definition, we actually have somebody that's going to coach.
Yes.
Did you see Matt Eberflus and how dazed and confused he looked against the Eagles? It was typical Matt Eberflus. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Just cross-eyed, just going, well, at least my beard looks good.
I mean, yeah, I guess I have to give him that. From one bearded man to another, kudos to your beard, sir.
Yeah, way to go, buddy. You have a professional barber. So let's get into a little bit more recent news. First of all, our college teams, we're doing pretty good with football.
Not so much these guys.
Right, but your grad
Nebraska.
school,
Oh, we went to grad school,
Nebraska's 2-0. They just
Yeah,
walloped whoever they played like 63 to
Akron.
negative 800.
Yeah, Akron. And then they also beat Cincinnati the week before that.
Yeah, and then my alma mater, Illinois, they won their second game in a row, defeating Duke. A lot of people were saying that was going to be a close game, but Duke turned the ball over 5 times, and now Illinois has a chance to be in the top 10 for the first time since actually I was at Illinois when they had people like Juice Williams and Ron Zook as their coach. So pretty exciting time in Champaign-Urbana. The only time that it ever is exciting in Champaign-Urbana.
Welcome. The only exciting thing about Champaign and Urbana is the champagne in the name.
Right, exactly. And it's
The
not even
rest of
spelled
it,
correctly.
the rest of it too just screams boredom. Welcome to Urbana.
It's
Yay.
this is going to be our second Wayne's World reference. Welcome to Delaware.
Delaware.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Delaware?
Nice. Awesome. So the other thing is that before we hit this regular season game, we have to talk about the big trade that was done with he's hanging his head low. The Green Bay Packers have done it. A stunning free agency trade that the Packers did. They never ever do this, but they traded away 2 future first round picks and a pretty solid Pro Bowl defensive tackle for none other than Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys. Rick, what does that mean for the NFC North, especially the Chicago Bears?
I mean, how are you going to trade a guy that's not past his prime, that's not even in his prime yet? Like, he's still ascending, and you trade him away. I get the feeling the Packers were even like, we'll give you this, that, and the other. We'll see about it. What? You said yes? What? Like, I think they're even shocked. The problem is I don't think the Packers were Micah Parsons away from a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to cause a lot of problems for the Bears being able to defend against something like that. And maybe it'll make it harder for the Bears to beat the Packers, but it already has made it harder for the Bears to beat the Packers. I don't think Micah Parsons makes the Packers beat the Eagles or maybe even the Rams. You know, I mean, who else in the NFC? The Commanders. You know, is that one player they're going to give them the spark they need? I don't think they have a whole lot of other pieces besides Love and his wide receivers to be a Super Bowl. I mean, a playoff contending team, sure, but Super Bowl, I don't know that made a difference. Maybe in years to come, though. We'll see.
Yeah, but that's the other thing too, is that you say that Jordan Love is not proven. He's not
No,
somebody that is going
no.
to be someone like an Aaron Rodgers or a Brett Favre, where
I
he's
mean,
like, yeah, he's definitely
maybe,
the guy.
maybe, but we're not there yet.
No, not at all. But you already paid him $40 million a season, and now you're paying this Micah Parsons guy. I saw it was like $47 million a year. That's almost $100,000 against your salary cap just on 2 players alone. And one thing that was comparable was when we had made the Khalil Mack trade.
Yeah, that was one
It's
good year.
Right. It's going to have like good returns on the first year, no doubt about it. But after that, when you actually have to make sure that you get some like really good players, i.e., the draft, which the Packers are absolutely terrible at, how are you going to develop a team around these guys that you've already paid almost $100 million?
Yeah, I mean, it's why the Falcons didn't keep Deion Sanders. You know, they moved on from him not because they wanted to, but because you just don't throw the ball to that side of the field, and you've neutralized Deion Sanders. Now, Michael Parsons could be all over the field, so that's a little bit difficult to neutralize a Michael Parsons. But it's not like I can't name the complementary player on the Packers that's going to be as disruptive. You know,
No, I can't either. Although I will say, especially if he lines up against our left tackle, Michael Parsons, Hutchinson, and I can't remember the guy from the Vikings, but those defensive ends are going to be extremely hard to
and
go up against, especially when you have to face these guys 6 times in the entire season.
they're going to be. We're going to have a tight end in, or going to have a back chipping all the time, and they're going to know that. So, yeah, I think we got our hands full in the division trying to win games.
For sure, for sure. All right, well, that's the update for the past week and a half since we have been away. We're going to get into the preview of week 1 in a minute. But, Rick, I want to first interrupt this by saying that I got your gift.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Sam even put it in a nice little, like, wrapping right
Yeah, I
here.
didn't wrap it.
So yeah, I'm guessing that this is for like, starting the podcast and like kicking off the NFL season and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit nervous as your younger brother, what is going to be in here. Oh wait, no. Okay. I'm feeling a bottle of something. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's not champagne. Hint, hint.
It's not champagne. Yeah, that's right.
It's more Urbana.
It's more Urbana. Jepson's Mallards?
Malort.
Malort.
Yeah, it was sold during Prohibition to door by door as a quote stomach tonic. Basically, it was the only liquor that people in Chicago could get for a while, so they got a taste for it. I doubt you are ready for that taste. You ever look at a tire swing in a park somewhere and thought, geez, I wonder what the water inside that tire swing tastes like? You're about to find out, my friend.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You got to do it. You got to do it on the live. People want to see this.
People want to see me drink Jepson's Malort. In other words, tire water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is what the kids do nowadays. They do these silly, challenges on the internet. And this is yours.
Rick,
Enjoy.
I did not fall for the Tide Pod challenge, and I don't think I'm going to fall for this either. There's nothing you can say or do to make me drink any of this Malort.
Oh yeah,
and especially since the fact that you're my older brother, and I know that you would never set me up with something that's like, ooh, wow, this is great. Oh, he's getting closer.
Chicken?
You call me a chicken? No one calls me a chicken. Man, we are old. Wayne's World, now Back to the Future. That's insane. But no, there's no money in the world that's going to allow me to drink this. I'll tell you what, we'll keep it right up here, right next to the Happy Gilmore, and we'll just leave that as like a decoration.
It's not for decoration. It's Malort. Making your taste buds taste enemies.
Making your
going to shit themselves. Malort. When you want to unfriend someone in person.
Yeah, this is making me even more not inclined to drink this. I'll tell you.
Fight your dad.
What?
Malort. Tonight you fight your dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. No, Rick. I'll tell you what. If somebody makes a donation to our podcast, then I will have some Malorts. How about that?
Sure. Whatever makes you do it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll set the bar pretty low. We'll call it, based on what you're saying, it's going to take a lot for me to take a shot. We'll call it $100. $100, and I will take a shot of. No, is that too much? That's too much.
Whatever you think. Whatever floats your boat there, pal.
I'll tell you what. I got the Caleb Williams shirt right over here. 18. We'll set it at $18.
$18. That
$18.
Number of $18.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Great round number. You can go ahead and donate on Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. We have it all on our profile.
I'm blanking. What's Bajent's number? Is he 11?
He's number 17. So that's
17. So make it $18.17. Let's make it really nice and round like that.
Okay, $18.17.
Yeah,
sounds good. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, totally. Rick, why don't you? We're gonna preview. I'm gonna try to get over here on another live on TikTok here. I want you to preview a little bit of what you can expect to see with the Minnesota Vikings game with Caleb Williams. Jalen Johnson might be coming back, but again, Jalen Johnson does have like a groin injury. So it might be a little bit difficult for him to play at like a high level. Like, what are your thoughts in terms of the matchups that we're going to see and what we might expect on Monday Night Football?
I don't expect him to play. I'd kind of almost rather he didn't. Let's not start the season by exacerbating an injury and having him be out longer, especially since he's one of our best defensive backs. And this is obviously not a season where we're thinking Super Bowl or bust. I think tonight's game is going to be eerily similar to the Thursday night game, Dallas and Philly. I think both offenses are going to come out with scripted drives. I think they're going to be ready to play. I think the defense is going to be a little on their heels up for both teams, still trying to figure things out. And then it'll turn into a slog fest in the second half. And this is the year where you would hope the difference with the Bears is going to be that they make that one or two less mistakes, that they don't have a timeout at the end of the game that they don't call, that they don't have a Hail Mary thrown against them that gets bounced into the hands of the opposing team, that they don't fumble the ball with a minute and a half left while they're trying to run the 4-minute drill. If this season's going to be any different, those are the things that need to change. I would love to see the Bears have the ball with 4 minutes left, a 3-point lead, and just get first downs and run out the clock. I think it's been since 2018 I've seen a Bears team do that. And if they do that today or tomorrow night, I will be set up for a very happy season. I think this is a winnable game, especially because you got a rookie quarterback starting in his first start ever. It's at home, which is another plus. The downside is it is a national televised game, which we tend to historically not do very well in. And of course, Minnesota is loaded with talent on the wide receiver position, and they have a very good defense. But I think this is the one time I think we might be able to sneak out a division win. So I'm hoping that they can pull it out.
Yeah, in case you're joining us right now on YouTube or on TikTok, this is the Chicago Bears Brothers podcast. He's Rick, I'm Eric. We are previewing week 1 of the Minnesota Vikings Chicago Bears Monday night showdown. And I agree with you. Historically, I'm very, very nervous about this game simply because of the fact that whenever we're put on Monday Night Football, we tend to not really show up on Monday Night Football. I think that would be much different with this coaching staff. I think that he's going to have our guys ready to go, and they're going to be really pumped to be in front of this home field of Soldier Field. And especially since all the hype is there, everyone is very, very excited. If I see that the Bears don't show up on Monday, that would be a huge, huge red flag for me.
Yeah, if they start off that game with a couple 3-and-outs right off the bat, it's going to be miserable for a while, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. With Jalen Johnson hopefully coming back against Justin Jefferson, that would be good. The Minnesota Vikings did get back Adam Thielen.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
now
I
like
forgot him.
he's now like 35 years old, but he understands the entire offense. He understands the entire process. I think for just like the Bears with Caleb Williams, this is a quarterback league. It's going to come down to J.J. McCarthy throwing to Justin Jefferson. So you got J.J. throwing to J.J. against J.J., which is really interesting.
Jay?
Jay, yes.
I think it's actually where Adam Thielen's going to help him, because Adam Thielen's going to know where to find those soft spots to settle down and sit in and have 7 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards. I mean, as much as you want to throw to Jefferson and everyone else, get the big play, I think that if McCarthy is going to have a good game, that's what's going to happen. He's going to do a lot of short underneath throws to the reliable guys on that team.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you are joining us live on TikTok right now, the only person you can hear me is here right now is myself. But if you join us on YouTube at the Bears Brothers Podcast, you'll be able to hear both my oldest brother and I. But yeah, I think that's with the Bears defense. I think that that's a completely unproven commodity. I don't know what to expect in terms of the defensive line getting to J.J. McCarthy. I don't know if they're going to make him nervous. I don't know if he's just going to be able to stand back there and just throw the ball wherever he wants to, kind of like what Jordan Love has been doing against us. But I do appreciate the fact that we have Dennis Allen, who is somebody who is going to be able to just concentrate on the defense, not worry about anything else, and hopefully scheme up some plays against the Minnesota offense to make JJ a little bit nervous, give him some happy feet. And I think it really starts with stopping the run, which is something that the Bears defense hasn't done a very good job. If JJ McCarthy doesn't have a running game, this might be a very, very bad game for him because it's going to be all on his shoulders.
Yeah, I can see the Bears being a little more aggressive, or I hope they're going to be a little more aggressive. I mean, that's something that you want to do against a rookie quarterback, throw him completely off his game, have someone in his face up the middle. That's the hardest thing for any quarterback to handle, let alone someone who's having their first start in the NFL.
Right, absolutely. And on the offensive side, we still have that problem. Well, not really a problem, I would say, but we have a weakness over at left tackle. I think the interior offensive line is going to be something that's really, really good. I think that DeAndre Swift is going to break out. And I think if it's not him, I think Manunga is actually going to be somebody who comes in and gets a couple good yards. The 7th round pick out of Rutgers, there's a lot of good buzz about him. But again, I think it's the same thing for the Chicago Bears. If they can establish a run game, then it'll open everything else up for the passing game, and Caleb Williams will have a little bit of time back there. But it's still a quarterback league, and it's whichever quarterback turns the ball the least turns the ball over the least, excuse me, and whoever can make a couple plays at the end. I'm not really seeing a very high scoring game. I think the over under is like 40.5. Like, where do you think this game is going to end up?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. If you had just asked me before you even said that 40.5 number, what the final score is going to be, again, I think it's going to be very similar to that Cowboys-Eagles game and sit right around that 24-21, 24-20. I predict that the Bears pull this one out. That's what I'm predicting this time. 24-21 Bears.
Let's go. 24-21. I like the Bears too, but I like it. I'm always going to say like a weird prediction now because of so many people going for two and, a
Oh
safety
boy.
here or a missed extra point there, stuff like that. So I'm going to say it's going to be 19-13 Bears.
All right, yeah, and I'm going to say at least one of the scores is not an offensive score. I think they're going to get a defensive score, a special team score. I don't think the Bears offense is going to put up more than 14-17.
Yeah, I would agree, and hopefully that's enough against a good team with a good offense. That would not be enough whatsoever, but against someone like JJ McCarthy and the rookie, we'll see how it all shakes out. But the Bears are actually predicted to go 8.5 wins is the over under for the Chicago Bears. Rick, you weren't here the last time we did a live. You were sick and out, but I made a big deal about the fact that Ben Johnson, as an NFL coach, he's on top of things. He is somebody that calls out his players and it holds them accountable, and someone who actually knows what the heck he's doing. And it reminded me a lot of Mike Tomlin. So I made the prediction that Ben Johnson, as long as he's head coach for the Chicago Bears, he will never have a losing season, which is even higher of a belt right there because you can't have like an 8-8. Yeah, right. Blow your head off. So I'm now upping my prediction from the 8-9 to 9-8. I'm going over the 8 wins. Yeah. Thoughts
I
on
mean,
that?
you went way over 8 wins. You said they're going to have 9 wins for the next 10 seasons. That's 90 wins you're predicting there, pal. They haven't had 90 wins in the last 5 seasons combined.
I know. I'm saying that I feel really, really good about this coaching staff. I don't think that they're going to have a losing season. There's just way too many NFL players, former NFL players. I see way too much passion. I see way too much good coaching. I think the Bears are not somebody who's like a terrible roster either. I think that they're an above average roster. I know that they're playing a bunch of difficult teams this year, but I think 9-8 is not something that's like way over the top in thinking that the Bears are going to do. Now, if I said 11-6 or 12-5, that would be something like, okay, pump the brakes a little bit, Eric. But I'm drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid for sure.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to blow your mind even more than you tried to blow mine there. I say that Vegas has them at 8.5, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. They're going to win exactly 8.5 games. What? Yeah. Right on the money.
They're going to win 8.5 games.
Yep.
Explain to me how the NFL is going to give them half a win. Let's go ahead and where's this 0.5 win coming from?
Oh, I don't have to explain it to you. That's just what's going to happen.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think if they win tomorrow night, I agree with you. They'll be 9-8. I think this is the game that they can steal that maybe they're not favored in. If they lose today, I think they're going to end up 8-9. Sorry, tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, I think they're going to have 8-9.
Love that. We're going to go over a couple season predictions as well with like over-unders and a couple over-unders for the game. One of our fans over on TikTok, his name is Nick. He said it in the last live that he's just going to give us random Bears facts. And this is not random Chicago Bears facts. This is random, like the mammal Bears facts. So you ready for this one, Rick?
Of course.
Of course. Bears have the highest brain to body ratio of any carnivore.
That is the most amazing thing any of us have said on this podcast to date. I can't believe we don't have more Bears facts happening. This is what the people want.
This is exactly what the people want. Nick, keep them coming, man. You get one every single day.
My brain is too small compared to my carnivore body to have understood half of what that was.
Well, that's the reason why the Bears have a bigger brain to body ratio, because they're a lot smarter for sure. Even though we had a bear try to get into our trash can and my 6-pound dog scared it away.
Well, yeah, your 6-pound dog scares me.
I mean, she is a pretty vicious little Chihuahua mix.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
right there, Chihuahua mix, terrifying.
I know. Yeah, they are. And the other one's a Cavalier King Charles mix, so it's like Lady from Lady and the Tramp, and she's just, oh look, I've got a new collar.
Yeah, shitty
And the other
dog.
one's like, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna eat you and your children.
You
But
ever
yeah, it
looked into
scares
the
off bears.
you ever looked into the eyes of Chihuahua and not been afraid afterwards?
Yeah, they do terrify me. They terrified me enough to possibly even take a shot of Malort to get courage in order to talk to them. By the way, if you're live over here and you just joined us, Rick just gave me a bottle of this Jepson's. I'm saying it right, right? Malort's.
Correct.
Okay. Jepson's Malorts. That's what this podcast is currently brought to you by, unofficially. Apparently, it tastes like water in a tire swing after it's been left there for days and days. So we have a challenge here. If somebody donates $18.17 after Caleb Williams and Tyson Bagent on our Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, I'll do a shot of Jepson's Malort. And you don't have to do it right on this live if you don't want to. I mean, it is only 11:38 a.m. right now in the East Coast where I'm building this.
It's noon somewhere.
Yeah, in kind of the Atlantic Ocean, sure, where this apparently belongs. Anyway, so if you donate that at any point in time during the next live, I will do a shot of Jepson's Malort. I feel very confident that that will not happen because, yeah, that's why I'm keeping this bottle nice and closed up, not having to do it. So,
Are you saying that our collective fan base, none of them can come up with $18.17?
I'm not saying that nobody can come up with $18.17 in our collective fan base of all the dozens of people that listen to this podcast right now. What I'm saying is that maybe they have sympathy for me and they wouldn't do it. But also, if they did do it, they can feel really good about supporting the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Real good.
And they can feel good
Unlike
about
before.
me. Yeah. I don't trust you when you say that. I know you. I know you. But
No,
I feel confident that's going to stay pretty full for a while there.
it wasn't in my house.
Oh, there you watch. We're going to get a donation from an anonymous source, and I'm going to backtrack it. It's going to be from Rick, just daring me to do a shot of awards.
We'll get a donation for $18,017, and I'll chug a bottle of Malort. How about that, right?
Wait
I'm
a
not
minute. You
gonna do
just
that. I would die.
okay. I was about to say he just said that if he gets a donation of $18,017, he'll chug the entire bottle of Malort. Rick, I love you. I don't even wish that upon you, no matter what the bottle is.
I think the worst part would probably be it coming out, honestly. However that happened, that was
Man, I really, really hope that no one has $18.17. Based on what you're making this sound like, that's a lot of fun.
this economy.
In this economy, what are you talking about? Okay, Rick. So, a couple things about Caleb Williams because I like to talk about the quarterback a lot. Caleb Williams is projected over under, I believe it's 212 passing yards for Monday Night Football. Over under, what do you got for Caleb Williams and the Bears in terms of passing yards?
I'm going to go under, just because I think that he's going to have a killer first half, and then I think it's going to, like I said, I think it's going to be a slogfest after that. I think that both teams will settle into both teams' defenses will settle into NFL speed football again, and I think that Caleb is still learning a very complicated system. He's even admitted so much. I think there'll probably be at least one big play. My prediction is DJ Moore will have a nice 30 or 40-yard catch, and maybe another 15 or 20 to the tight end, one of the two of them. And then it's going to be a lot of dink and dunk and run it up the middle and run it to the left and run it to the right. So yeah, I think under 212 is safe this time. But I think by the season end, I think we're going to have our first 4,000-yard passing quarterback in Bears history.
Ooh, I like that.
Just won't start off so well.
First NFL quarterback for the Chicago Bears to have 4,000 yards or more. That's awesome. Nurse Dev sent us a couple of gifts via TikTok where you can send like these random like emojis and all that kind of stuff. Rick is old, so he doesn't really know a lot about this. What do you? About. Yeah, what are you like 82? And I'm still 12 or something like that.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's amazing. Rick has always thought that I was 12 years old for about 5 years there. even when I got taller than him.
Wait, you're not 12?
Nope. Nope.
Wait, you're taller than me?
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool. I don't know anymore. No, I'm not 12. You have to add on about 20 some odd years for that.
So I've been shrinking because I'm old.
I'm old. Don't mind me. I'm old.
So how many people are watching this on TV? What radio
It
station
worked.
is it going on?
It
Is
works.
AM or is this? No, I don't want to be on any of that newfangled FM.
It's all AM for me. I'm doing this podcast while walking uphill both ways.
How many hertz are going out?
Hertz?
Can they hear us in Australia?
Where's Australia on a map?
Is the moon real? I have to change my pants.
Okay, well, you had too much Malort. That's what it was. So, but I have no idea how much the gift was worth. But if it's worth $18.17,
I think
I'll do a shot of Malort.
$18.17.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that makes me even want it even more. Can't wait to have that. That'll be great. So you think that the Caleb Williams is going to go over 4,000 yards for the entire season? The over/under right now, which at first I was blown away by how low it was, but then I understood a little bit more, like digging a little bit deeper. The over/under is, I believe, 3,650 yards. Somewhere around there, where he had 3,541 yards. And you might look and say, at first, Rick, that sounds like a really, really low number, but considering that he only had 100 yards less the previous season, right?
Yeah, I think one of the major differences is going to be because of the Ben Johnson offense. If I remember correctly, I heard somewhere that the Detroit Lions were like second or third in the league with yards after catch. And so I think he puts people in position. So not necessarily that every play, Caleb Williams is going to throw a dart 45 yards right over the middle, hit him right in stride. But like he's going to throw a 10-yard pass that's going to gain 25 yards. You know what I mean? I think there's going to be a lot more of that this year, which is going to pump up his numbers.
Yeah, but when it's only 100 yards compared to last year, where we talked about this earlier in the pod, that he didn't even have like a coach. He just had some pretty decent players. He was running all over the place. But then I look back.
An offensive line. So, I mean, like.
Right. Yeah. At least like an interior offensive line, like what he has right now. But then I look back and I remembered a lot of those yards came in what is known as garbage time. The Bears were already out of the game. They were throwing the ball a lot, and he was just getting like 100 yards here, 100 yards there in the fourth quarter because they were just playing prevent defense with a couple backups. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why they only have him over 100 yards, because they know that it's not going to be that much garbage. But at the same time, he's going to be playing with a defense that's going to allow points, and he's going to need to throw up some good numbers there. So I still think that the over/under for Caleb Williams for the entire season is pretty low, unless somebody in Vegas knows that he's going to get hurt or something.
Well, I mean, they also think we are playing a lot of really good teams this year. So I think there is going to be some garbage time in some of these games. Hopefully not as many as last year, but I think there still will be 4 or 5 games where come the fourth quarter, they're 14 points under, 13 points under. I think it's going to happen at least a few times.
For sure. So we just got a comment saying, how much would it be to chug, quote unquote, a whole bunch of it? Is that like is that a measurement for like what Malort is? A whole bunch.
Yeah, that's a bartender terminology. It goes, shots, neat, whole bunch.
Shot, neat, whole bunch. Well, Rick said that he would, what was it, $18,017? He'll chug the whole bottle, right?
Yeah, I don't want anyone to even come close to thinking about doing that, so I won't. I don't know how much it would cost me to chug a whole bunch. I mean, I don't know what a whole bunch is. But I don't even.
I think a whole bunch is like a triple. No, like so that would be, if I'm doing the math, which I'm totally awesome at that would be $54.51.
There we go. Yeah.
So $54.51.
Are we going to shot it out and a half?
No, that would be a triple, because I just times it by 3.
I understand that. I understand what triple means. But are we doing triple of a neat pour or triple of a 1.5 ounce?
Oh, triple of a 1.5 ounce. Yeah. Okay, so if you donate, if you donate a Brian Urlacher with a Dick Butkus,
Yeah.
we'll take a whole bunch of Malort.
Let's
What's
just make
that?
it 5 ounces then. Right? 54, 51, 5 ounces.
There you go. Yeah, we'll just round it.
Yeah.
I'm scared now. I'm kind of frightened.
I'm not. I do 5 ounces of Malort for funsies.
That again, I mean, that's where my brain is right now with not really understanding what this Malort stuff is. I'm like, I'm excited, but yet I'm also not 20.
This also puts me at quite an advantage since I do know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it's probably going to be even more fun for you.
$54.51, I will take a 5 ounce shot of Malort on camera.
Wait, you are just volunteering a 5 ounce shot of Malort if someone donates. Okay, sounds good. We'll make sure that everybody knows that. Moving on from Malorts.
Wait, this isn't the Malort podcast?
No, and we're not even sponsored by them, but apparently now we are. Here, let's do another close up of Malort. We're not spending too much time on this, are we? No. Malort. Spelled backwards, it tastes just as good. It reads on the screen backwards. Shut up. Anyway, so today, any interesting games for you? I know I'm going to be watching the Packers and the Lions. My son's a Dolphins fan, so I'm going to be watching that game. What's your game that you're going to be most interested in? And then we'll end the pod here.
Yeah, even though we'll be able to watch a lot of it, I am most interested in the Packers Lions game. That's definitely what I'm going to look into the box score a little further when I get back from the show tonight. I'm actually really interested in the Sunday night game. Bills and why am I now forgetting who they're playing?
It's my wife's favorite team this year, the Ravens.
Yeah, that's the game. I think that's the most exciting game of the docket because that very well could be the AFC Championship game this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
although the Chargers look pretty good,
that's highly likely. So I think that's going to be a fun game to see where those two teams are at, and to watch two quality teams play against each other on a national televised game, and then Monday night watch two mediocre teams play each other on a national televised game.
I still don't get why the Bears and Vikings are in Monday Night Football Week 1. I really just don't get it. I mean, it is what it is, whatever, but I just don't get it. And I hate the fact that we have to wait all the way until tomorrow night to see it.
You and the rest of the country, my friend.
Right? But hey, best of luck, I guess, to everybody that's playing today. I'm kind of not, just going to eat some wings and drink some beer and, enjoy my first Sunday football. And then tomorrow nights, we'll watch the Bears Vikings. And then Rick and I will see you later on in the week. We'll go over the game. We'll also preview the second game against Ben Johnson's old team, the Detroit Lions, as the Bears travel all the way to Michigan to take on the NFC North champions of last year. That's going to be a really difficult test as well. But let's see how much Kool-Aid we're drinking after week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings, Rick.
Yeah. I mean, we were all drinking the Kool-Aid after the Bills preseason game, and then we immediately threw it up after the Chiefs game. So, yeah.
Which leads me to Malort. Anyway, enough of Malort. Rick, you have yourself a wonderful day. Everybody out there, have a wonderful day. If you're listening on Spotify, please like and leave a 5-star review. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe to our channel over on TikTok as well. He's Rick. I'm Eric. We're the Bears Brothers, and we will see you again. Rick, any parting thoughts?
Have fun, drink responsibly, and try to stay up for the whole game.
Yeah, drink responsibly after we talk about 5 ounces of Malort. Sounds good. Okay.
Actually, more an alcohol than you would think. I know way too much about this.
All right, cool. Well, we look forward to seeing more of your moonwalk. In the meantime, go Bears!
Go Bears!